Well, good morning and welcome to this midweek message for April 19th. I'm Pastor Aaron Holmgren at Salem Lutheran Church, and we have a couple announcements for you this week. This Sunday is Earth Day, and so we will be celebrating God's good creation here in our worship service in songs and prayers and potentially even in physical seeds. We'll see if that comes to fruition. But we also have a Faith Formation Sunday. So you bring your kids along. There will be a children's message within the service. And afterwards, we'll have a time to gather with kids and to talk about the Bible story and to do a little craft. So it's been a really fun thing to do once a month. And I'm happy that it's landing on Earth Day of all days. Next week, we have our uh, new member class gathering. I don't want to call it a class. It's an information session, and it's an opportunity for anyone who is curious about joining Salem Lutheran Church as a member, or if you're just kind of maybe you've been streaming us online or catching these messages, and you're like, you know what, I'd like to learn more about Salem and how I can be a part of this community, whether online or in person. The meeting will be in person. It's after worship on April 30th in the fireside room. So looking forward to all who are interested, and I hope you can join us for that. Our mission of the month is Camp WAPO. You'll be hearing more about that in the next couple weeks. Yes, we've had Easter and Earth Day, but we also are celebrating the fact that we are sending kids to Camp WAPO this year, and we want to lift up the mission that they do in the faith formation of our youth and young adults. It's essential work, and it's really meaningful to a lot of people. So want to support Camp WAPO throughout this month. You can give online through a new button for Camp WAPO on our page. Also, there will be envelopes available in the back of the sanctuary for special donations to Camp WAPO for this month. I think those are the big events coming up that we have. And so I wanted to reflect on Earth Day that's coming up this Sunday. Um, as you know, I often look out the window for my inspiration for these messages, and it's because what better source of insight into God's creation than right outside our door? Um, well, the better source being Scripture, but Scripture tells us that creation is God's good creation, and so I look at um, the new buds on trees, at the new green that is coming up, even in spite of snow this last weekend, as a complementary text to what Scripture tells us is good. And so when we look outside and we remember um, the beauty of what we have to share together and what we are called to steward, um, then it's a reminder that God gave us this good creation to be a part of, not to have dominion over. That's the word that's often translated in the Old Testament, and it makes it sound like we are just exploit it as like a really bad king or monarchy. But that dominion actually is more like a steward. The term can be translated more like one who has authority over which has been given by God. So God has the ultimate authority over creation, and we are God's good stewards. And if you're a good steward, you want that which you are looking over to thrive and to multiply and to flourish and have abundance. All those good words um, that we can lift up when talking about our interactions with creation. And so as we move into the summer, as we are surrounded by God's good green growth, I encourage you to think of ways in which you can celebrate and steward God's good creation this year. If you want some resources, there's an Eco Faith website that's been launched with the Northeast Minnesota Synod and the St. Paul Area Synod. They're working in collaboration to look at ways in which we can, as church, um, foster and nourish good creation. So that's my message for you this week, and I hope to see you on Sunday. Blessings on your day.